The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh, and promise not to leave nothing left. If you vomit, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.
What up? What up? What up? What,
What
up?
up?
What up? What's up, party people? How y'all doing, man? Everybody good out there in podcast land?
Y'all better be.
You better be. You would want to be. Want to be good out there, man. Nah. Welcome, everybody. Mike Robertson Blvd, man. We live on Morris Media Studios YouTube page. Bringing it to you live. I got my man right here with me, Mr. Dwann Brown. We running the 2-on-2 today. Not 2-on-2, the 1-on-1, the double take.
1-on-1, some shit. Something like that shit. You run a pick and roll, goddammit.
Yeah.
You only need two people for a pick and roll.
Yeah, that's all you need is two people.
Yeah.
We running the pick and roll, man. You get in our way, man. We're going to throw the screen. Somebody going around, either going to the basket.
I'm going to pop out for the three-pointer.
Are you going to pop out?
That was my game when I played.
For real?
Yeah. I definitely ain't rolling in no basket right now. 2 knee surgeries.
Oh, damn.
So you had
a jump shot
all day.
Really?
And post footwork.
Oh, yeah,
if I was going to isolate, I was going to put you on that left side of the box and go to work.
Damn, but you had that 3-game?
3-game all day.
Damn, so you can still pop them?
I can still make shots. You don't never forget how to shoot.
Damn.
We shot 100 shots right now. I'm making at least 69 of them motherfuckers.
Oh, you got your percentage, huh? I'm a 69% 3-point shooter.
Something like that.
Damn. I was good in high school as far as like my shot. I had the nicest shot, dude, that was like butter, dude, and we hitting all net, but I can't really shoot no more. It's weird.
Yeah,
man.
You can't shoot no more? Oh, shit.
I can't shoot. Like, I mean, I could shoot, but not like you can count on it.
I had a hell of a jump shot. I'm just too fat to jump now, but the shot is still there.
So you got a push shot?
Yeah, I can jump over about 2 credit cards on my jump shot. That's not what I'm getting right now. 2 credit cards, I got that.
Nigga trip over the free throw line and shit?
Yeah, something like that.
Over the 3-point line? Man, dude, I don't play no basketball, dude. I fucking retired, nigga, at around age 39, dude. I think that was my age where I retired, dude. Because I was just tired. I had my ankles was getting fucked up, dude. And it would be one ankle, and then it'd be the other one. Then I go back to the other one, then the other one, man. And basically, one time I came home from playing where I had no business playing. You know that little park up there, like, what's that shit called? Damn, what's that park? Right off La Cienega, up above Target by Blair Hills. You know?
Oh, yeah, that little ass park.
That little ass park, exactly.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
They got one court up there.
One court.
And a little half of baseball. Man, we was up there playing, dude. And, dog, I came down the court, man. Got the ball in the beginning of the game. Popped, was shot, nigga. Like, ugh, nasty. Went back and was like, nigga. And in the first play of the game, dude, tore my shit up. So it was that day.
Popped the shot, popped the Achilles. Huh?
Yeah, no, the ankle.
Oh.
Just the. So then, look, when I got home, my wife laughed at me and shit. Like, you too old for this. When you gonna figure this out? She like didn't show me love. She hated on it, on my injury and shit.
And that was it.
That was it, dude. That was when I knew, like, man, you know what, man, you're right. I missed too much work. I couldn't go on the road. I was about to go on the road. Yeah. I couldn't go on the road.
See, my play got taken from me too soon. Like, I was 330 pounds hooping 5 days a week, at least 3 hours a day. Because I get off work and I go straight to the gym.
That's dedication.
And I will hoop because that was my son. Like, I hooped. I played the drums, I hooped, and I partied. That's what I did. And It's just
That sounds like that's what I did.
when you hoop on 325 pounds, 330 pounds, sometimes 340, 5 days a week, your knee tears ever so slightly every time you go get a rebound.
Yeah.
So one day I looked up, my knee was fucked up, and I had like my whole knee was dark purple.
Damn.
Blood on the inside.
Damn.
And my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, she was touching my knee, was like, look, man, you got to sit your ass down.
Yeah, you getting paid out there? That's what my wife said. You ain't getting paid, nigga.
And then I went to go get my knee surgery, and this before the good old Obamacare.
Uh-huh.
My insurance company said, oh, you about to get a knee surgery. This is when they can dump you for anything. And it was like, we looked through our medical records and see you're an asthmatic, and so you're high risk. So Blue Cross was like, deuces, the day before my knee surgery.
You got asthma, so you can't get your knee surgery?
They used that as an excuse to dump my insurance because I was high risk.
What?
This before Obamacare changed the laws where they couldn't just dump you for no reason. But now, back then they could. And I walked on a torn knee for like 6 years.
God
So then
damn.
when I finally got my knee fixed, I'm 30. I tried to hoop. 31.
How much would it cost if you had to pay for it?
Hey, it was something like 80 grand.
Damn.
Because it's a torn patellar tendon. And then so I finally get the knee fixed.
Man, you want to walk or not, man?
Yeah, and I walked.
80 G's.
I walked, but I couldn't hoop. So I finally got the shit fixed. And then I went to go hoop again. And I saw, by then, 6, 7 years had passed. And these cats started watching Steph Curry. See, when I hooped, Steph Curry wasn't around where he was doing all that
running and shit. Yeah.
And shooting from 50 feet in the goddamn behind a half-court line.
Yeah.
I saw them kids hooping.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't trying to get fucked up again.
Nah.
I'm out.
Now, you don't need that in your life.
Nah.
You don't need that. Well, look, man, y'all see Mr. Melrose ain't here today, man. I want to say shout out to the good homie, Mr. Melrose. We just found out that his pops passed away, man. So sad, man. I'm feeling for the brother, man. Reaching out to you, sending love, man. You probably ain't watching, but let niggas know if you want niggas to pull up or what, man. You know what I'm saying? I know how that feeling was, man, when the situation happened with my pops, man. I got that news or whatever. I wasn't there, but it's rough, man. So Melrose, man, take your time, bro. Do what you got to do, man. All right.
Do what you got to do.
Send that out to you, man. Yo, your parents living?
Yeah, both my parents still alive, so thank God I ain't had to go through that yet.
Yeah. Spend
Thank
all the
God
time
I
you
ain't gotta
can
go through
with
that.
them, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If you in good graces with them. So look, man, let's talk about some foolishness, man. First thing, I tripped off of this. I thought it was rather ironic that Easter this year falls on April Fool's Day.
That's funny. Fool.
I saw Jesus rise from the grave today.
Jesus rose from the grave the same day Marvin Gaye died.
April Fool's for the same. Wait, Marvin Gaye died
He
on the
died
first?
April Fool's Day.
Oh, really? Oh, he did.
His father was like, son, I love you. April Fool's. Crack.
Now get up off this porch. I remember when Marvin Gaye got killed by his pops, man. I was at that age where I just didn't understand, man. I was like, why would you fucking shoot your son, dude? I didn't get that, man. Why you would do that. Especially somebody so great, you know.
Yeah,
I would be
Marvin
thinking
Gaye.
you would be like, damn, but people do shit. People are crazy. People go through things. You never know what was happening behind the scenes, but unless you know. You probably do
I know a little bit of it. I know a little bit of the story.
Really?
Yeah, this basically said that, you know, he was beating up on Marvin's mom, and Marvin just got tired of that shit. And Marvin always knew if he ever challenged his dad. I mean, I was watching a documentary, and his sister said Marvin kind of knew if he ever challenged his dad, that might be it. But he got tired of his dad talking all kind of shit to his mom, said something to him.
Oh, and Pops pulled out the jammy.
Pulled out the gun.
Damn.
Allegedly.
Took out a legend, man. Allegedly. Why, like somebody else
Allegedly,
might?
that's how it happened. But
Allegedly, that's how it happened. Right,
Yeah.
right.
And the nigga only got 5 years in jail.
Really?
Yeah, Pops.
Oh, yeah, because he was making an advance on his porch or something. That's what I heard.
Like
some shit. Like he was on his yard, so he had the right to do it.
Yeah, some
Some
shit.
shit. Damn. So he might have got the 5 years just for killing a pop star.
Like, I used to kill a black person 5 years.
Yeah. Man. So Easter's on April Fool's Day, man. What you think about Easter, man? It's a full-fledged holiday in this country, man. And I spent all my years and all my life growing up going to church on Easter, getting a new fresh suit on Easter.
Oh, my Easter suits used to be the shit.
Man, them suits used to be the shit.
Hell yeah, I used to love going downtown. Like, I was about to get a new suit today.
Yeah. And then you walk down the street before you leave to go to church so everybody could see your little suit. Baby.
So your neighbors could say something.
Yeah. And then you bag on the niggas that ain't going to church. You ain't going to church, nigga. Man, who is you?
You bag on the ones that had last year's Easter suit on.
Yeah.
Your mama on welfare.
I know. And niggas used to have a little Easter egg hunts. Mm-hmm. And the shit used to be to like not have real eggs. You know what I mean? You want the little plastic ones with the candy in it. So niggas used to bag on foods that had the real eggs and shit. You got Easter egg hungry real eggs.
Nigga, you got a rotten egg. Kids gonna back on anything you ain't got that they got. They gonna talk shit about you.
Nah, exactly. Everything is in play.
Yes, when kids are the worst little humans on earth, boy. Especially when they get about 13, they gonna talk that shit.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck does the egg have to do with it, man? That's all I just want to know. What is the... first of all, the rabbits don't lay eggs. Everybody's talked about that. That's not new knowledge, but what is that shit, man? Where did it come from?
I have no clue where the egg come from, but I know where the story of the resurrection come from, and it predates the Bible by thousands of years.
So, but what is it like?
But I don't know what the fucking egg is.
Fertility or something?
Maybe.
Or like rebirth of life?
Of the egg. But Mary didn't lay an egg either, goddammit.
Nah,
she's a human.
Exactly. Maybe you're supposed to spray them eggs, nigga, impregnate them and shit.
And why you color the egg? What the fuck is that about? What's this coloring the egg bullshit?
What is that, man? I don't know, dude. It's some crazy shit, but we're taking these traditions on. Then you go... get off the freeway. They got the little baskets for sale with the see-through green wrap paper.
Mexicans be having them baskets on lock.
Man.
Every shopping center got about 45 of them baskets.
Yeah. And then look, at Easter at about 5 or 6 o'clock, nigga, they still be having them. I'm like, what you do with them baskets? Are you keeping that shit till next year? Shit.
At 7 o'clock, you right.
Yeah.
They'll be in the McDonald's house. I'm half off, kid.
Yeah. I trade you.
That's for the niggas that was spending Easter with their family. Now they gotta go see their side chick that night.
Oh, and they bounce.
What I mean? You had the little lunch dinner with your family, your early dinner. Now I'm go see the side when at 8 o'clock. Get one of them baskets.
Right, they bounce from the crib. Yeah, I'm about to go see a man about a horse.
Like, what do you think about Easter? Like, I mean, you got people saying, we celebrating Jesus' death and the resurrection. But why, if it happened on that week, why ain't it the same week every year is the question.
I know. Why does it fluctuate?
Why does it change so goddamn much?
Well, there's a tie-in to, what do they call that shit? What's the day where they put the little Ash Wednesday?
Ash Wednesday.
So basically, it's supposed to be 40 days after Ash Wednesday. But I still don't know what the science is
Ash
on why.
Wednesday is some dumb shit, too. You letting the Catholic priest... You take his hands off a little boy's ass, dip it in some ash, and put it on your forehead. Yeah. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, wipe his shit on your forehead. You got to walk around with that shit.
I don't get these. Like, I do know the story of the resurrection, his black historical fact. It comes from the story, Asar said in Heru. You know what I mean? When it comes from when Asar died, was killed by his brother. His body was chopped up into 13 pieces. And Aset found 12 of the pieces. She found everything except for his phallus. The wang, the dick.
What the fuck is a phallus?
A dick.
Oh.
She found everything. This goes back to ancient Egypt. And so,
Hey, suck my phallus.
All the way to Dallas.
Yeah. In a palace.
If you look at the Washington...
bitch named Alice? No, not for real.
If you look at the Washington Monument, that's what the Greeks called an obelisk. The ancient Egyptians, or from Kemet, called it the Tekken. And Tekkens are all around the world. That long...
I know what a Tekken is.
They were all in the Nile Valley, but they stole them all. They had one in New York Central Park. They got them in the Vatican. And so what that Tekken represented was his phallus.
Was whose phallus?
The
missing phallus. Oh,
the missing phallus.
I've got 13 phalluses.
And she put that on the entrance to the temples in the Nile Kingdom, representing the resurrection. You know what I mean? And that's what it was about. And then years and years later, the Romans came around and in the Nicene Convention created a person and said, "Hey, let's take this story. This shit sound good, and let's put it over here in the Bible and make these motherfuckers believe."
Yeah, man, this story needs some more plots and twists in it.
Needs some more plots. We're gonna say because the original Holy Trinity was man, woman, child. They took the man out and said Mary, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. That's where our shit comes from. That's why it rings such a bell for black people. But it goes deeper than that.
Took
so I
your
encourage
manhood out
y'all
of the game,
to
baby.
study where it comes from. You'll get more out of the spirituality. That's all I'm trying to say.
Nobody gives a fuck, man. They don't care.
Because the Easter story is bullshit.
Man, that's just fun and games, man, to get you back in that church.
New
nigga.
suits.
Put your shit. Everybody fucking benefits off of that.
I
shit.
used to play the drums
Flowers and shit.
I played drums in church for 17 years.
Really?
And Easter Sunday, that shit was like Oscar weekend.
Oh,
that's
hell
when
yeah.
all the egos came out.
Woo!
Sister so-and-so that been at church, I've been here for 22 years. Don't let nobody sit in my seat. The choir sing a little extra good. You know what I mean? Everybody come dressed their best.
Oh, to the nines.
Faked in a motherfucker.
To the nizzy nines.
That was Oscar weekend for us in the church. Every musician on point. Like
you said Sunday. Oscar weekend.
That's church Oscar weekend.
Performance.
That's church Oscar weekend is Easter. Church, that's Oscar weekend for the churches.
Wow. Dude, look, my grandfather was a preacher, man, and I used to be the parking lot. I used to be the parking lot security dude.
That's funny.
And from a young age, I was out there. I wasn't holding nothing down and shit. I was getting paid, though, being in the parking lot. And man, Easter, dude, was the day I hated the most because fools would be trying to violate the parking rules and shit, Let me just pull my shit in right here. Let me do this and let me do that. It was a nightmare, man, from the parking lot. Like, I used to be like, Granddad, why can't I learn like the rest of you? Boy, we need somebody in the parking lot. That was me.
Hey, but you got to sit outside.
I know. I didn't have to be there, but I had to get up early, though.
I had to get up early to play the drums. When I play the drums, I used to just play the drums. Then I go off in the parking lot and talk to the parking lot attendant and kick it until it's time to play their drums again.
Yeah. All right, what else? Okay, today, I learned something new today. How about that, party people? Today is the first day of spring.
Yeah.
And so I looked a little bit further into it and said, like, what the hell is the big deal about being the first day of spring? Like, how do you even know and shit? And so technically speaking, there's science to it. That there's 2 days out of the year that have the equal amount of sunlight and nighttime. Mm-hmm. There's only 2 days where it's all the way exactly equal. And that's the beginning, the first day of spring, and the first day of fall.
Mm-hmm, the equinox.
Exactly. Equal.
Yeah. And this is the day that our if you look at the pyramids in Egypt, they on this day, not anymore because there's a wobble in the earth and that those pyramids are built tens of thousands of years ago.
And some shit.
But when they were built, the belt of Orion was lined up perfectly with the three pyramids.
Wow.
And that's when at noon, the face of the pyramid was almost, you couldn't see it because the sun was right behind it. It was basically black out the face of the pyramid because the sun rose right over the top of it.
Right, but it rose on the top of it. You know what kind of science that is,
That
man?
shows you how powerful us black folks are.
Man, we created this whole shit about astronomy and trigonometry and geometry. Spring
used to be the first day of the year in the northern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, because it used to be back in Kemet, we only had a 10-month calendar. And the 10-month calendar, 10 months, 360 days a year, 5 days of nothing for celebration. And those 5 days of celebration led us into the next year. And you got to remember, the month of July was added by who? Julius Caesar. He said, I want to be written.
Really, nigga? I need a month.
Julius Caesar, I want to be written in the history, so y'all going to add a month for my motherfucking ass. So they added July.
Wow.
And then when he died, Augustus Caesar, the next emperor of Rome, Augustus Caesar came around and said, shit, if Julius Caesar got a month, I want a month too.
I get August.
So they came and created August. So that's why our season, like spring now starts in the middle of the year instead of the beginning of the year.
Dang. Well, look, I saw this part too where the actual calendar, the annual calendar was created by an Egyptian who over a series of years actually literally counted how many days it took for the Nile River to overflow. And to the day, the Nile River overflowed on the 365th day. And then every 4 years, it took an extra day. And they mapped out the year.
Yeah, they had it. Because what we got to look at on the calendar we have now is called the Gregorian calendar. Pope Gregory is the one who commissioned this calendar and he commissioned it in the 1600s because the Dogon. If you study the Dogon tribe, they're in Mali, but they used to be in Egypt.
The Booyah tribe, what you say?
The Dogon, Dogon.
Oh, okay.
And they Dogon, dog star. That's the star Sirius. And what they would do. Because the Earth has a 26,000 year wobble. It takes the Earth 26,000 years to complete a full wobble. So every 1,200 years, the day of spring.
What the fuck is a wobble, nigga?
Like, when you spin it, it doesn't spin evenly. It has kind of a wobble to it.
Oh, okay.
And so every 1,200 years, the first day of spring changes. That's where the whole 365 and a quarter comes from. Because every 1,200 years, and what was happening in the 1600s, they were like, shit. These crops ain't growing right because if you don't know the first day of spring, you don't know the first day to plant your crops. And the crops is all fucked up. And then that's when they realized, at the Nicene Convention, they fucked up and didn't account for this quarter day, this 365 and a quarter days.
Right.
And so in the year, I think it was 1625, don't quote me on the year, but it's in the 1600s, Pope Gregory commissioned the new calendar that gave us the leap year. And now the leap year, that whole leap year thing where they have that extra day every 4 years, that accounts for after 1,200 years, it won't mess up the first day of spring. I know I'm talking to you motherfuckers so much.
All right, man.
But look it up.
Dwann Encyclopedia Brown in the flesh.
Gregorian calendar.
Man, fuck. All right, today, what else? Today, Dwann Brown, and you are falling right into place, my friend. Today is International Day of Happiness, man.
Woohoo!
You look kind of happy today.
I'm
Dwann
always
Brown.
happy, man.
You kind of look.
Try to always be happy.
You look a little extra happy, man. What you so happy about,
man? I'm breathing.
Is that it? Is that all it takes? You wake up and be like.
I find the more gratitude you have, the more gratitude comes your way.
Is that right?
That's like, you ever notice this shit? The main people who are always talking about haters are the biggest motherfucking haters on earth. What's up with that?
I know.
There's man, people always hating on me. No,
Yeah.
nigga. No. You borrowed $25 2 years ago and you thought that they forgot.
Yeah,
and
nigga.
they mad at your sorry ass for never paying back the $25. They don't hate your ass. You a loser.
Look, fools, or they'll be like, you don't have no haters, nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't doing nothing if you ain't got no haters. You ain't made it if you ain't got no haters. Like, really?
That is the dumbest ass quote I've ever heard.
Shit?
People like, man, if ain't nobody hating on you, ain't nobody doing right. You must not be doing right.
What?
I'm telling you, if I had haters, unless they came around and I applied for a bank loan and I personally saw them go to the bank and say, fuck that nigga.
Hey, yeah, don't get that nigga shit.
Don't give him nothing. That's hater activity. If you ain't got that, you ain't got no haters.
Man.
I mean, I tell you who had haters. Marvin Gaye had haters. His dad killed his ass.
Yeah, how about that?
Malcolm X had haters.
Hater raid.
Martin Luther King had haters.
Full haters.
You got niggas you fucked over and forgot about. It's a difference.
Yeah, dude. And you speaking on it so that you can throw people off your scent so they don't think you're the hater.
That's the real talk.
That's the real talk. Fucking haterade, man.
And you ain't got no haters.
I would say this.
You're not important enough to have haters. What have you done in life?
Yeah.
What have you done for people to hate on you?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a good joke? Plenty of comics got a good joke. Ain't nobody hating on you.
Yeah, dude. What you looking for? What you waiting on? Look, man, let me just say, if I got some haters out there, They sure don't be showing themselves and shit. I must be at the bottom of the totem pole, nigga. I must not have shit cracking, nigga. Cause
I must not have nothing going on.
Don't be hating.
Yeah, I must not have nothing.
If they are, I don't even identify it as shit. You can just be hating in your mind or whatever. Who gives a fuck?
I think, oh shit, that motherfucker got a fucked up perception on life. But if it worked for them, it's cool with me.
Yeah.
I ain't got no bones with it.
Right, man. Well, today is International Happiness Day. I wish I had a caller. Somebody could call in and tell us how happy you are, people. Well, look, let me tell you.
Call in one of you happy motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I would say, man, I'm having a happy day. You know, I got a lot of work in today. I got up super early, man, and just been on the grind and moving through and doing all my shit. But look, man, if you got a place to live, you got people that love you and like you, and you're doing what you want to do, man. Damn, man. You know, the rest of the shit is gravy. That's how I look at it.
That's my thing. Spend the time loving and appreciating the people who are there.
Yeah.
Because we all got people in our corner. But cats will totally ignore the person.
Not the Haiti. Not these Hades.
You got people that'll come watch your kid on a whim. You know what I mean? You got people who done looked out for you in different ways. You got all the people who you can call at any time. You don't even got to talk to them regularly, but you know they got something for you. You got all these people in your life, and you want to spend all your time talking about somebody that don't like you. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Newsflash, everybody ain't gonna like you.
Yeah.
But it ain't their fault. It's certain people who ain't done nothing wrong to me. To me, the niggas is just weirdos. But I ain't nothing wrong with them. Like, you ain't gonna like everybody. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Get over it.
But look, my homegirl had this quote, man, and she said, if somebody is right now talking about you behind your back to someone, guess what? It's none of your business. It's not even for you to know. Because it definitely ain't for you to be worrying about.
If they can't tell you face to face, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude. And then they say, here's the other thing fools say. Dude, I made it pulling on my own bootstraps. Nobody ain't never done shit for me. Nobody ain't never helped me with shit. Like, nigga, are you serious? So when you fell out your mama's ass, nigga, you got up and walked to 7-Eleven on your own, nigga, and got you some fucking cereal and milk and shit, nigga.
And that's another thing. One time when we say, I pulled my own self by my bootstraps, or you need to pull yourself up. You can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Look at a fucking boot. Look at the length of a strap. Either you gonna hold on to the strap,
yeah,
or your back gonna break, or the strap is gonna break. Exactly. But you ain't gonna stand up. That literally was a statement that was made to say do something that's literally impossible to do.
Right.
That you can't pull yourself up by your boot. You have to let the bootstraps go.
Yes.
So
good knowledge right there, Dwann.
You gotta think like if you bend down and get your bootstraps, you're not gonna be able to stand up. Let the fucking bootstraps go.
That shit gonna hurt.
Stop trying to sound cute.
You did not do this by yourself, man.
Niggas just repeat shit.
Somebody looked out for you. Somebody bought you a jacket. Somebody drove your ass to school.
Some teacher gave you a C when you deserved to fail.
Yeah, no, you was failing. No, you still can't read.
Didn't do one homework assignment.
Yeah, you still can't read and you got a job right now. Somebody looked out for your ass. Goddamn.
Somebody.
You didn't do this shit on your own. All right, next item. Today would be the 90th year birthday of Mr. Rogers, of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So, someone is working on a documentary that really looks rather interesting. They are going back and looking at the things that he talked about on the show and how it like educated kids and taught them about like these adult social issues in like a real common, easygoing kind of way. And the premise of this show, nobody thought it would work, was that basically he wanted kids to feel that they were safe in their own neighborhoods. He wanted them to feel loved and feel safe in their own neighborhoods. That was the whole purpose of this show. And I feel like did we win? You didn't hear that?
Nah, I ain't got my headphones on.
Man, I felt like I just won Jeopardy or something. It was like bling, bling. Nah, man, but look, that's what's missing, man. If you think about right now the bullshit, man, it's the neighborhood feel where you kind of got policed by your neighbors. Your first police was the neighbors.
Yeah, it was Aunt Junie down the street. She wasn't nobody's blood aunt, but we all called her aunt.
And she was not playing. And you didn't disrespect her, and you didn't let her see you doing shit.
And you better not walk on her grass.
That's right.
You walk on the grass, she gonna fuck you up.
It's curtains for you, man. Dude, the neighborhood is where you had your friends. See, kids don't even go out and play no more, dude. Not only do you not go out and play with the other kids, then you don't even get to meet the other kids' brothers and sisters and their moms and their pops and all that and get influenced by so many people, man. The loss of the neighborhood, man, is one of the biggest problems we're dealing with, I think, right now, bro.
It is, but I don't blame I think the kids get too much blame for that.
It ain't the kids.
Yeah, because like it's a lot of I work with kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not the kids.
It's these punk ass parents.
Yeah,
this is what they do. Parents be like, "Did you see somebody got shot on the news last week on the other side of town, and that kid got raped over in Washington D.C. and I live in L.A. and that other kid got kidnapped in Montana, and so little Jimmy don't be cautious. Matter of fact, when you go outside, put on these elbow pads and these knee pads. Kids now got to wear a goddamn helmet when they ride the bike. Like by the time they finish putting their pads and helmets on and listen to your punk ass, hell, I want to play video games too.
Yeah,
shit,
man.
I ain't going out there.
Stay in, man. Damn.
Damn, all this stuff going on. Parents be scared than the motherfucker to let their kids roam. But that was the best part about being a kid was playing up and down the street.
I know.
I was thinking about I grew up in the middle of the 80s when it was really cracking. I grew up in crack era 80s.
Right.
On 58th and Broadway.
Right.
And
it was cracking over there.
But we still...
No pun intended.
It was cracking like a motherfucker. But we still played ball. We played football between the crack houses. The crack houses on the ends of the block.
Exactly.
Now don't go in front of that house.
Mr. T's crack house.
Yeah, don't go over there.
Is the touchdown, and then Jerry's crack house is the other touchdown. Nigga,
but
that's
everybody else looked out for each other. Miss Jackson on the block, and because everybody wouldn't watch TV all the goddamn time. So the old people be playing cards on the porch or just sitting out there drinking some lemonade.
Cutting the grass, washing cars, man, make a few dollars here and there, man, playing football, playing tag, playing hide and go get it. Playing hide and go get it.
He's talking about Mr. Rogers. Mr.
Playing
Rogers,
hide and go get it.
I kind of liked Mr. Rogers though when I was a kid.
I did too. Because
like Mr. Rogers, like that motherfucker taught us how pencils is made. And I was a curious kid.
Yeah.
Y'all see I got all these random ass facts. Even when
nigga,
I was a kid, I just like to know how shit was done. And he would give us that. I'd be like,
you were like an inquisitive type motherfucker.
I was inquisitive. I didn't know why the nigga needed to change sweaters. I didn't get that, nigga.
Yeah, what is that? Was that some
I don't know
symbolism?
why he kept changing sweaters and changing shoes.
Is that some symbolism and shit? I don't even know.
I don't know what that was about, man. And he looked like, I wouldn't trust no kids with Mr. Rogers.
You know, he had the look.
He had that look of somebody who like touching boy booty.
He had the look.
He had that Catholic priest feel.
Yeah, don't let nobody go into this nigga's crib.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers had that Catholic priest thing going on.
Mr. Rogers, come out on the porch if you gonna see these kids where we can all see your ass. But I don't know, man. I think he was just... Yes.
The poet is speaking.
Today is his birthday, I think.
It is. It's his 90th birthday.
Okay. They had a piece going on around the internet about how he went to Congress and got all this money for education.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right. Nowadays, people like that look creepy. But I researched it. I scanned the internet to see if there was any
allegations,
anything, and there were none.
Nobody ever said, Mr. Rogers.
You never heard a bad thing about him.
Nobody didn't tell back then, though. Did they?
Back then they would to their kids.
Somebody would have surfaced. You know how people say.
Yeah, you're right.
People come back 20, 30 years
true,
later and say.
Yeah, so he didn't do anything, but he had that look.
He had the look.
The look?
But you know what it is?
Did you think that when you were a kid watching it?
No, now. But let me tell you this, though. Here's what I think, right? I think that he was so nice and so cool and so honorable and respectable that pedophile type niggas copied that motherfucker.
Hey, that's a good point.
So they could lure in kids and shit. So niggas
because he had that look like, how you doing, Jimmy?
Yeah.
You want to know how train sets are made? Well, We're going down to the train factory, Jimmy. You're right. I think you got a point. And Porter's got a point. Because if he did something, we would have heard something.
Yeah.
But all them pedophiles
niggas copied his style.
Mr. Rogers like
they copied his steezo.
Like just like all comics trying to copy Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor.
That's right.
Because it worked.
He was a pedophile's dream.
Yeah.
Man.
So Mr. Rogers, they're like, the kids trust Mr. Rogers. So I'm going to wear Vans and talk like this
sweater.
too.
I need a sweater.
I'm going to wear green sweaters, and then when I go outside, I'm going to put on the red sweater because that's what Mr. Rogers did.
Hey, man, there was this time, man, that when I was a kid, somebody tried to kidnap my sister, dude.
For real?
And this fat little white dude was sitting on a bench. And let me tell you what the park was. It was on La Cienega and Olympic. You know that park right there?
Yeah, I know that park.
So, dude.
On tennis courts.
We was there playing, and he was like, I need somebody to help me find some birds. And birds like little girls. So, boys, you guys run along. I'm gonna use your sister here. And we was like, what? Hell no.
That's when them black spotty senses kicked in for y'all.
Niggas was like, do. And I was like 7. My brother was like 8, and my sister was like 5 and shit. So, man, I ran and told Pops. We came back looking for that motherfucker. He wasn't there no more. But he literally used this technique of like, I want you to help me find some birds. And birds really like little girls.
Man, I'm glad y'all had y'all senses kick in.
Man, it kicked in.
You was raised right. You was raised right, Mike.
Man, tell me about it, dude, because it was about to be on with that guy, dude. For real. But I think that's right, man. I think he was a stand-up guy. I
think you onto something, Mike. I think the pedophiles just copied him, like all the young comics trying to copy Kevin Hart.
Yeah, exactly.
What else we got talking about here?
All right, man. The next item. Let's talk about this crazy ass shit that's happening in Austin, Texas, man. Niggas dropping packaging bombs around Austin, Texas. And first they thought it was going to be kind of like some racial shit where it's only in like blacks and Latinos. But the latest shit, this fool put a tripwire across the sidewalk. It was targeted at no one. Whoever was the first one who was going to walk over that tripwire set off the bomb.
Mm-hmm. It is. And the thing is, we want to make sure it's not mutually exclusive. The nigga is targeting black people. We got to make that very clear. Because the media is not connecting. Because what's happening is the people who they know each other. They go to the same church. The people he sent the first 2 bombs to, whose last name was Mason, and they knew each other, and they're from there. Like
Damn, are you running your own investigation?
Yeah, no, you got to. It's online. It's good news online for black folks. Professor Black Truth, Jason Black. And they always have, they point you right directly to the sources so you can look for yourself. The last names was Mason. And then where the Mexican lady was sent to, it was sent to the wrong address. Even in the news report, it was sent to the wrong address. It was supposed to go to the Masons 2 doors down. So it's literally one black family, one black group of people who have a little bit of money in the city of Austin who are being targeted. Now, one thing about these terrorists, in order to throw tracks off, they will do 1 or 2 other things to make it. So
we're gonna have to get a few white guys, man.
Yeah, just so they and the media is gonna point that out just so they can say, "Oh, it's not a black thing." No, they are targeting black people in Austin, Texas, and it's on us as black folks to understand that. And if you get in the package and you don't know where it's coming from, or you didn't order anything, don't open it.
Yeah, I don't think you just came up and shit.
Yeah, you didn't come up.
Oh shit, you're gonna blow up.
He literally, the people have the last names the first 3 that he tried to blow up.
Well, when they put
and it was one today, 2 hours ago.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just today. Just one.
Tripwire.
But when you do the tripwire, that just says it can be an old lady that walks by, a little kid, man. It doesn't matter, bro.
It's the thing that we got to realize. In 2000, I said it before on the show, 2002, 2006, 2011, the FBI said the number 2 threat to national security is white supremacist groups. The number 1 threat is global warming, what we're seeing right now with these tornadoes and floods. They said right behind global warming,
they got the championship,
is white supremacist militias. That was the first thing they said. The second thing they said was, and these militias and people from these militias have successfully infiltrated law enforcement, local government. And so as black people, we got to be aware. This what the FBI ain't never tried to help black folks out. So if they saying this shit, you know it got to be real.
It's got to be
and
real.
We seeing you saw what happened That guy, Stephen Paddock in Vegas, the Vegas mass shooter.
Yeah.
He was tied to Cliven Bundy. Cliven Bundy's people were tied to some Vegas cops' killings.
Man, these fools are losing it, man.
Dylan Roof. These people all listen to this one guy. Y'all need to look him up, named Jared Taylor. Jared Taylor is this white. Jared Taylor, for alt-right people, he's the Al Sharpton of alt-right people. He's
really?
He's who they go to. He's their MSNBC. He's their Fox News.
So that nigga got a big ass head and a little ass body right now?
He's an old man with a huge following who talks about, white genetic and like annihilation and shit.
Oh, man.
And they all listen to this propaganda asshole.
Fuckery.
And now we got people over here getting bombed. So as black folks, if you in Austin, watch the fuck out. All right, that's all I'm saying.
That's right, exactly. And be the bomb, but don't be the bomb.
That was horrible.
I don't even know what I was
Be the bomb, but don't
get bombed. I don't know what the fuck. All right, moving on.
Yeah, move on.
All right. So today, this is real quick. Ben Carson, you know how he got caught up with the $31,000 dinette set? Well, turns out that he sat before, I don't know if it's a committee or Congress or whatever, and blamed it all on his wife, man. Put her on full blast. Like, snitch, like, it wasn't me, man. It was my wife, man. I don't even care about stuff like that. She did it, and she's sitting right there. Like, dude, come on, man. You got to take the bullet, man. You got to take fall on that sword, man. You got to put your wife on blast.
That's why you can't trust coons. Like, people be like, black men throw black women under the bus. No, coons throw black people. If this motherfucker threw his own wife and said, first of all, he should know some bullshit because he getting investigated for spending $31,000 on the table, and nigga Trump about to spend $30 million on a goddamn march that the military don't even want. These motherfuckers have expensive spending all day. They calling him to the floor for spending that much money on the table, and he said, well, my wife looked at it, and I went the other way, and she was the one looking. Then I saw a table and said, whoa. What the fuck?
He talking about if it was my office, it would just look like something just like a little classroom or something.
If a person has no self-respect, they cannot be trusted.
Man, that's a rule, man. That's like fucking mathematics right there.
He threw his own goddamn wife under the bus.
Okay, fuck him, Buster Patrol. All right. Next item. This is even faster than that. Trending today is America's Next Top Model. Why the fuck is that show still on?
Why?
Dude? None of these models become top. Who the fuck is been a top model?
Since Cindy Crawford.
Yeah. Are there even any top models?
Do they even have models?
I know.
I don't even pay attention to that shit.
I know. Do we have models? Models are now like the Kardashians and shit. Ugh. Kylie and shit. What was that dude, Tyson? Remember the black dude?
Oh, yeah, that nigga.
That's the last model.
But I be looking at some of these chicks like, these be some plain Jane Casper the Friendly Ghost looking ass white, skinny ass white chicks. She's not pretty.
Casper the Friendly Ghost, man. Anyway, all right, next time model, man. Show, whatever. All right, this one's interesting. ESPN put out their top most dominant athletes of the last 20 years. Did you see that?
I don't pay attention to.
But did you see it?
Shit, ESPN. Dude.
Oh, you don't watch ESPN? Okay, so
but who do they have on there?
Well, the question is, forget who they had on. The question is, who are yours? So I'm going to say I'm just going to keep it to 3, just for the sake of time today. My top 3 dominant players. And the number 1, actually, we share the same number 1, which is Serena Williams. She has dominated her sport more than any other person has dominated their sports for a longer period of time. It's Serena Williams. Yeah. That's my number 1.
I'm with that.
You got to go with that. Then the next one, I would say, now a lot of people said LeBron James was number 2. Damn, I got chuckles, man. I need to write that joke down and say that at a club or something.
This motherfucker can't. Nigga lost more than he made.
Look at this.
He lost more than he won. He dominated.
This nigga. I love it. Well, he's not on my list. My number 2, Floyd Money Mayweather.
We 1 and 2. Our 1 and 2s are the same so far.
You can't deny that Floyd, even though his last fight was against a non-fighting type motherfucker, even though it was a real, he'll beat your ass. But it still wasn't a boxing fight. But still, 49 or 50 and 0.
He was 40 years old when he did it.
And he bounced around in a different weight groups.
Yeah, like
that motherfucker is flawless, bro.
Yeah. Who else you got?
He's done. And then the last one I picked, which was not on anybody's list, but I'm giving it to that fool Usain Bolt, man.
Oh yeah, Usain wasn't no joke. Like,
that motherfucker was dominating.
He will win
world.
races backpedaling.
Yeah,
he be running to that last 2 meters like, I got you, niggas.
Yeah, you are number 2. You are number 3. You are number 4. Exactly, man. I'm picking him.
That. Hey, I have to pick 5.
Okay.
Number 1 is Serena Williams with you.
Okay.
Number 2 is Floyd.
Okay.
People like to talk shit about Floyd for all the top fighters of his day.
Yeah, there was nobody left.
And when he crossed 36 years old, he started fighting a little lesser opponents. But him, that motherfucker, Sugar Ray Leonard had retired 3 times by the time he was 36.
But look,
all the other greats were done by that age.
But his lesser opponents weren't to his fault. Yeah. It wasn't to his fault.
They were still, his lesser opponents were still A-, B+ level fighters.
Exactly. He just made them look like garbage.
Yeah.
So you got, that's your number 2.
Number 3, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
I got Kobe.
See, I'm with you on the Kobe. I just had him pushed back at around like 6.
This is the reason why I had Kobe.
Okay.
Because Kobe won a championship with a broken, torn finger and his bone spurs in his ankle.
On his shooting hand. Don't discount that the index finger was on his shooting hand.
Kobe's the only player he beat 24 50-win teams on the way to his championships. Michael Jordan, only had beat for his career, I think 12 50-win teams, and LeBron James was like 6. So Kobe Bryant had the toughest way to get to the finals, and he still won more than he lost.
Right.
He dominated the decade. So Kobe at number 2. Okay. Number 4.
I ain't mad at that.
I got Muhammad Ali.
No, last 20 years.
Oh, last 20 years? Last 20 years?
Yep.
Oh, I know that. Okay, if it's last 20 years, okay, then I got to put Usain Bolt in there too.
Throwing a Bolt.
That's a great man. Hell yeah!
When you talk about dominating, man,
Usain Bolt, and then after that,
let me tell you somebody that's high on the list.
Who?
Which I got him high on my list. The dude, what's the dude's name? That's the swimmer.
Oh, Michael Phelps.
Yeah. We're talking about how that motherfucker dominated in 4 Olympics. And in the 5th one, still won a couple.
Yeah, I think I might have to go with Phelps.
Every 4 years, you know what I mean?
I think I might have to go with Phelps.
That motherfucker was bad.
I ain't even thinking about Phelps. I was trying to think football players, fuck football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might probably go, I'm going to say Barry Bonds, but no, Phelps.
Now, here's who was number 2 on ESPN's list. Tiger Woods.
He dominated for a while, but he did dominate. I ain't mad, but ESPN's going... They always gonna go with the safe Negro. They are, because there's so many. They're gonna go with the people who make the people the most money. Tiger
dominated these guys majorly.
He did.
As a young guy, when he had his drama when his wife used his club upside his head and shit and all that, that's what changed him. But he was dominating those guys, man.
This is my personal conjecture. I think that. It wasn't his wife. It was some of them boys went and beat his ass and like, you ain't about to have this Masters record. This is a whites only sport.
Oh, like Nancy Kerrigan?
Yeah.
I mean, what's her name?
Yeah, Nancy Kerrigan. Yeah. You ain't about to have this record, boy.
This ass.
you made your $1 billion. You done made us all a lot of money.
Then
but you ain't about to take this all-time golf record, boy.
Then he blamed his wife like
then he blamed it. The media put it on his wife. But no. Them boys got to his ass.
All right, you got one more?
I Phelps. I fucks with Phelps.
Okay,
I can't say shit outside of Phelps.
Okay.
You said it.
Okay. All right. How much time we got? Okay. Next item. I feel like to last week, I did absolutely no justice whatsoever, not even giving the slightest shout out to one of the legends of the game, Notorious B.I.G., who passed away. So I thought I'd just pull out some of my favorite lyrics from B.I.G., and we could talk about that right quick.
All right.
B.I.G. had lyrics, he had styles, he had flows, he had confidence, he had rhythms, he influenced people, man, one of the greats. Okay, this one, some things done changed. Started the album off with this, last verse. He says, if I wasn't in the rap game, I probably have a key knee deep in the crack game. Because on the streets, it's a short stop. Either you slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. It's hard being young from the slums, eating 5-cent gums, not knowing where your next meal's coming from. And now shit's getting crazier and major. Kids younger than me got the sky grand pagers. Going out of town, blowing up. I'm trying to do my Biggie voice. 6 months later, all the dead bodies showing up. And they make me want to grab the 9 and the shotty. But I got to go identify the body. Damn, what happened to the summertime cookouts? Every time I turn around, a nigga getting took out. Shit, my mama got cancer in her breast. Don't ask me why I'm motherfucking stressed. Things done changed. Ooh, nigga, that's fire.
It is.
What you think about that sentiment right there, man?
That's a cool sentiment. I like what he's saying. You know. Biggie and Tupac, they made that studio gangster thing huge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They took the cat. They made that thing. They made that popular. You know what I mean? Those were street reporters. They didn't do shit themselves, but they wrote the stories down. Those were the scribes of the time, and Biggie was a great scribe.
Biggie was a great scribe.
He was a great scribe of the time. Great
scribe. All right, man. I had to throw that in there, man. Let's talk about some lyricists, though. Who's your main lyricist?
Ice Cube.
Is your main lyricist?
Man, hell yeah. And that song he got.
Which one?
Called Us.
Oh, Us?
Us on Death Certificate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What made us release our animal instinct? And the white man sitting over there tinkle pink. You know what I mean? When he came out and said that, when he got down something, what's wrong with us? You know what I mean? We care more. We still eat hog maws and got a bad heart condition.
Yeah.
Still eat hog maws and chitlins.
Still eat.
He was really breaking down. Like,
the
you know
album
what I mean?
cover. What about the album cover?
The whole.
He got Uncle Sam dead on the table with the toe tag.
That whole
draped
album.
With the flag.
People always say LA riots is one of the biggest happenings in America. You can't listen to the news as to why the LA riots happened. Just listen to Death Certificate, the whole album. That came out 6 months before the riots. You listen to songs like Black Korea. You know what I mean? When he says, "Don't follow me up and down your market, or your chop suey ass will be a target of the nationwide boycott." Juice with the people. That's what the boy got.
That's what the boy got.
That was 6 months. He told you motherfuckers, if y'all don't treat us better, we're going to burn this shit down. That's what happened. And then he came back the next album, The Predator, and said, "I told you motherfuckers, and this is what we need to do to solve it and move forward."
The Predator was Ice Cube's last hot album.
Lethal Injection was.
A couple joints, man. It wasn't hot, though.
I love Lethal. Cave Bitch, come on, man.
It wasn't hot.
Lethal Injection was hot. Now, when he got the West Side Connection, but America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, Predator, Lethal Injection.
Well, West Side Connection, I didn't consider that an Ice Cube album.
That's true. I feel you, but remember, even on
Lethal Injection had...
That's when he started to turn...
Cuts, and he was... But still, it just wasn't like... The fire... Look, let me tell you, the fire
wasn't as strong.
The fire was America's Most Wanted with the 3 Ks to spell America.
Yes.
That shit was some shit a nigga had never seen.
And then the nursery rhymes.
Oh, and then he came with Kill at Will, the EP.
And then...
That's harder than most niggas' albums... The whole catalog.
Who's the Mac? Is it that brother in the Cadillac trying to get at you with a good rap? Leaning to the side so it looks like he's sinking into that leopard interior. I'm fucking the rhymes up,
man.
But he talking to you. Who's the Mac? Is it the person in the Cadillac, or is it the government pimping you out your taxes? He made you think.
Yeah, he did. And then okay, so it was America's Most Wanted, then it was Kill It Will, then it was Death Certificate, which was really 2 albums kind of.
Yeah. Because people always want to talk on Death Certificate. People like to get to the gossip. They want to go straight to when he roasted NWA.
Oh, No Vaseline?
No Vaseline, which was the greatest roast ever. But that whole album he was roasting. He roasted Society.
I like the Summer Vacation.
I love Summer Vacation.
Oh, that's my favorite shit.
That's him roasting drug dealers. Mm-hmm. You think drug dealing is something? All right, it's going to be a good summer for your ass.
Yeah.
And you're going to be right back in prison.
Guess what? St. Louis niggas want their corner back.
Man.
I loved it, man. That shit was hot, bro.
So my 3 favorite lyrics, I cross genres.
Okay, now who else?
My 3 favorite lyricists of all time is Ice Cube.
Oh, you about to cross genres on a nigga?
Smokey Robinson.
This nigga cross.
Look, this is one thing hip hop fans don't understand. And hip hop fans, I think, have it the worst. Music is music, and when you a hip hop fan, you got
there's no other music.
90% of the track. I would give hip hop its own lane if they created their own music and have instruments and actually created their own sound. But since you had to go back and use the funk, since you had to go back and use the R&B, since you had to go back and use jazz, I gotta put it all together because all the shit's the blues. Everything American form music is the blues or gospel, which is basically the same thing.
You know how to
Hip-hop
mess up a good conversation.
If you go back and listen to B.B. King, "You Your Mama's Bad Luck Child," them is lyrics.
That's some old dirty bastard shit right there.
Muddy Waters said, "The gypsy woman told me, you your mama's bad luck child." I mean, this motherfucker B.B. King said, "Don't answer the door. If the doctor come, bitch, you can't answer the door."
Damn.
I mean,
they had lyrics.
Is the blues.
Let me tell you who got the lyrics, though.
And we got to understand
since you going there, it's Curtis Mayfield, dude.
Hell yeah,
oh,
Curtis Mayfield.
Man, dude.
Curtis Mayfield, man.
He got this album called No Place Like America Today. If you ain't heard that shit, nigga, go check it out.
If there's a hell below,
we all gonna go. Exactly.
Man, we got Bo Diddley. Hip hop fans, go and study Bo Diddley. This nigga was so cold. Not only did he create the rock and roll, he created his own guitar to make the sound happen.
Damn, that's rough.
Hip hop fans, we gotta reconnect to music. All right, that's my plea to hip hop fans. Reconnect to the mother of music.
But look, that's what hip hop did, though. But that's what hip hop did, man. It reintroduced everybody to these old groups that they never knew about, man. If you look at these, especially early hip hop records, and then you look in the credits and you look who they sampled and really did your homework, you'll find out shit like, because look, I did not know Roy Ayers' whole collection and shit.
Oh shit, Roy Ayers, that's my favorite right there.
I didn't know that until I started hearing all the samples and was like, oh shit, this nigga's bad.
Roy Ayers is literally the godfather of what we call neo soul.
Yeah,
the whole man. We ain't go back. Man, listen to that. There is no Dr. Dre without George Clinton. No E. None of that. Remember that.
Oh, well, he knows that. He'll tell you that a million times.
Yeah, there's no DJ Quick without
We got a call.
sound.
We got a call. Yo, what's up, caller?
Mike, Jeff Brown.
What's up, Jeff? What's crack-a-lackin', man?
I'm enjoying the show, but bruh.
Wait.
First off, do me a favor.
Okay.
Never, ever, ever do an impression of Biggie again. Ever. It's disrespectful.
Don't even try it no more times.
Do not try it again, especially in front of young children. They need to hear the real shit.
Yeah, I might turn them off. Okay.
2, bruh, you cannot profess your love for hip hop.
Okay.
And find a way to disagree.
Okay.
With anything Dwann said about music. You can't.
Oh.
Hip hop's very skeleton. Here's where you need to listen to KRS on this.
Okay.
Do you know why hip-hop is DJs and not a band? Because they started taking band out of New York schools.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And New York kids didn't have instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So they made an instrument out of the turntables.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going to make an instrument out of turntables, you're going to need wax. Where the fuck that wax come from?
Right.
Came from Nile Rodgers.
There is no
James
hip-hop.
Brown. All that.
There is no hip-hop without the blues.
It's just poetry without the blues.
It's poetry
Ooh,
without the blues.
Poetry
bro.
without the blues, baby.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let anybody fool you. Anybody who tells you that any music that is modern, that stands on any legs other than black people, is a fucking liar or an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes from you. All to include classical. Now, that's all I got to say. I'm going to go back to smoking this weed and enjoying your show.
Oh, man, I love it,
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for kicking that game, man. Thanks, man.
No worries. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, so look, man. Sometimes, man, we just say shit for the sake of the discussion. Don't think I ain't up on that game, man. I do my homework and shit. Hey, I know.
Let's make this the primary subject next week. Music.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We're going to talk music next week, y'all. We almost out of time.
Because look, I saw you put up best producers and didn't say Curtis Mayfield, nigga.
It's like,
I saw you talk about that, and I was like, what the fuck?
I know Curtis Mayfield would probably been number 5.
Oh, okay.
But when I got to go, Quincy Jones, he went from big band to bebop to hip-hop and all in between.
He did it all. He deserves it.
When I listen to George Clinton, that's the one right there. I mean, George Clinton had 20 musicians on stage. I know. I got to go with George Clinton. You know what I mean? Then I got to go, who else did I have up there? Look, I didn't even put Nile Rodgers on my Mount Rushmore, and Nile Rodgers is music. You know what I mean? I put Dr. Dre on there because hip hop, the innovations he brought to hip hop.
That's
true.
What I mean? That's true.
Way he didn't just take your song, he spent it into some funky shit and made it his own.
And made the shit sound so good.
So good. And then I had to go with Maurice White from Earth, and Fire, only because I just know all the technical things Maurice White did behind the scene to make music, the sound formats that he came with, the concert format, the big stage with the pyrotechnics. And I know my father-in-law, James Carmichael, he was producer of the Commodores. He produced Jackson 5. He produced Marvin Gaye, everybody. Mm-hmm. And this is something he told me when he was producing the Commodores. He said, don't let nobody get it twisted. Earth, Wind, and Fire was the standard of the 70s. Maurice White set the tone.
No doubt about it.
Anything you heard in the 70s came off the tone Maurice White set. And we were all catching up to him.
Well, look, and then we have to talk about James Brown, too.
Man.
You can't talk about nothing about funk and music and beats and rhythms and none of that shit without talking about James Brown's innovation to the game.
James Brown brought them layers.
Man.
He brought them that layered sound, layered funk.
And he took everybody off the one beat.
On the one.
He
put them on the one.
Took them off the one. Everybody was on the one.
No. I'm a drummer. Trust me on this. He put us on the one. I'm telling you what it is.
No.
Because the one is unison. Everybody gonna hit you on. Before it was one.
No.
On top. What he did was he put everybody on that downbeat. No matter what you played in between, you had to hit that accent on one.
But he hit the downbeat to 2 though. On the 2 though.
2 and 4 is standard. I'm saying you put
but he switched it from the 1 to the 2.
No, he put it on. He took it from the 2 to the 1. We gonna talk about this next week.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this because I'll come back with some songs.
We gonna talk all next week about the 1.
He put the rhythm on the 2, bro, instead of the 1. Everybody from history did it on the 1.
The blues was 2. The 2. That was it. What he came up with when he came out with Papa Got a Brand New Bag. He put it on that 1. No matter what you play in between, boom. That's the 1.
He put the rhythm. I'm saying he put the rhythm on the 2.
I'm saying as a musician. A musician?
Look. This is the 1, right? And the rhythm hit on the 2.
It always hits on 2. That's 4/4 times.
It doesn't always hit on the 2.
Anything in 4/4 times.
Gosh.
In 4/4 times, it's on the 2 and the 4.
We're going to have to bring some shit in.
But all the musicians come back in on 1.
No.
Boom. We're going to talk about it next week.
On the rhythm, though. I'm talking about the rhythm.
The rhythm. It's the 1. I will pull it up.
We're going to have to.
And I'm going to pull a video next week.
I got samples, nigga. I got samples. We could do that.
I'm going to pull a video, too, with Bootsy Collins explaining it. We won't have the clip right now.
I've seen it.
We're going to let the people see it.
I can hear it, though, myself.
And they're going to see it's the 1. That's why Funkadelic always had... Funkadelic had a song. Everything is on the 1.
Everything is on the... But that's after... Motherfucking
Bootsy brought them. But I'm telling you what George Clinton said in an interview. They said, "What did Bootsy do most for the band?" George Clinton said, "Bootsy brought the 1 from James Brown to Parliament, and that's when we got our sound. Because before we was doo-wop like everybody else, on the upbeat, on the 2 and 4, faster tempo. Bootsy brought that mid-tempo, 91 beats a minute, hit that 1 hard in unison. Boom.
The 1 hard, but the rhythm is not on the 1, bro."
The snare is on the 2 and the 4.
That's right.
That's because
he moved exactly. He moved the rhythm to the snare.
No, it's always been on the snare. The 2 and 4.
No,
that's 4/4 time signature.
No, you're only talking about the drums. I'm talking about the rest of the rest of the instruments. It's not always on.
We're going to talk about this next week, y'all. We running out of time.
You're tripping. All right, anyway, man. That's good music talk, man. We can talk about this shit all night long. And look, I got records. I can dig in the crates, nigga. I can do all kind of shit, whatever we need to do to have this discussion. I'm ready. But anyway, y'all, it's Mike Robertson Blvd, man. We love y'all. Thanks for listening, man. Big ups to Mr. Melrose Uncut, whose father passed away today, man. We're going to give you the major shout-outs and send some love through the universe, man. Hope you're doing all right. Find me at King Mike Boogie. Thanks to the big homie Jeff for checking in with us, dropping some game on us. Jeff, you need to come in, man, and sit with us, man. Don't just call us.
Hey, yeah, Jeff, come down. I love to have Jeff on the show.
Yeah, man. Don't just call us, man. Jeff, and also, if y'all don't know Jeff Brown, man, he got the funniest fucking lives, man. Do you watch his lives, man? This nigga's
and
lives
that picture
are
you put him on Facebook with the middle finger.
Jeff's lives are crazy, man. But anyway, thanks for calling in, Jeff. Tell the people where you
Dwann
at,
Brown, DWANN Brown on Facebook, Dwann B on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, and then we have the poetess in the building. She likes the on it.
LA legend. The
LA
poetess.
legend, the poetess. Thanks. And we're going to be out of here, y'all. Mike Robertson Blvd. Holla. Oh, J Spot. Find me. April 21st. Dwann Brown is going to be on the bill. Kamira White. Melrose Uncut. Al Toomer. Aquila. And my boy Willis Turner, man. We turning up at the J Spot on Saturday night. April 21st. We out of here. Holla.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh. And promise not to leave nothing left. If you bomb it, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting. Till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.